in your head, because that's a tricky thing. You don't want it to be all about ego and stuff, but you have to do it to build your profile because it has value. So it's like
It's the whole idea of being an athlete, man. It's this double-edged sword of you've got to think you're the man and you're going to be the world champion or you're the guy and blah blah blah. But you also have to you have to stay humble enough to be like, I'm not better than anyone else, kind of thing. And it's hard, especially, I heard this thing, Shia LaBeouf talks about like athletes and actors being really similar, where it's like you're so self-centered in like your success being the only thing that matters. And it's like a destructive mindset in the way that like no one else seems as important as your goals. And that's something that I feel like is a hard thing to manage.
And that's a very kind of relevant topic for me, because this is what I've been discovering like in these last couple of years when I sort of tried to make the big return, you know? And I was like, right, well, how do I do it? How do I come back stronger and better? And it was trying to prioritize all the things I needed to do. And I realized I couldn't. That was like my big kind of like epiphany. I was just like, right, I've made time so I can train. There are all these other tasks, but I need to train. But then I would do the other tasks. I just couldn't prioritize me and my training. And I was like, well, that just tells me that it's not my priority. So, like, it's not been said yet, but I'm not going to go full World Cup season next year because there's a lot of other things in my life that are my priority and I'm also better at. So, like for me, World Cups will be always something I'll probably be involved with. I may race some more in the future, but not.
Where do you find, with those different things that you do, where do you find the most fulfillment?
It's different fulfillment from different things. So, like got a couple of kids at home now, so like trying to make it so that I can actually do stuff with them, like go out on bike rides, like take them out on rides and like do stuff with them and see them like learning new stuff, like trying to get Jack to actually learn to actually push with his feet and then take his feet off the ground and coast along on like the little scoot bike. He's almost got it, and then when he gets that, that's going to be sick. And then daughter Evie is just learning to walk, and she's so stubborn. She won't do it when people are watching, but we've caught her doing it, like out in the garden. It's like, she's walking, she'll see us and then sit down. You're like, no, like, come on, you can do it. And she's like, no, doesn't want to do it. So that kind of stuff, like, it's hardwired into our genes to just be like stoked on kids and family, like super cool. But then the big thing for me is making videos that I am just like, yes, we've absolutely nailed exactly what we want to do, like the concept, the planning, the delivery. It's entertaining, it's got like really good information and people love it. I'm just like, oh, like that for me is amazing. I love it. But when I've had a good race and done like a sick run and won, that's still the best feeling I think I've ever had. I don't think that can really be topped, where you're just like, I'm the best fucking person here, like no one could have touched that kind of thing. That it's a powerful drug for sure. But it's so fleeting and then it's gone and it doesn't sustain you. It's just like, you know, it's not something that can be chased forever, if that makes sense. Whereas it's like, we've only just been kind of researching it recently. It's like the difference, I think it's probably obvious to a lot of people, but the difference between dopamine and serotonin. Like dopamine's like your instant like gratification, like mint, and it just disappears. And then your serotonin's the thing for kind of prolonged happiness. I feel like racing's dopamine, and then all these other things like must be serotonin. I might be totally wrong, but that's the kind of way I've got it pictured in my head.